This is what happens to your body when you eat oatmeal every day. The popularity of oatmeal has certainly risen and fallen over the years, peaking again recently when the Oatmeal diet went viral on TikTok. But the humble food has stayed in healthy eating conversations for good reason. It boasts 5 grams of protein and an impressive 4 grams of fiber per cup, both of which are key to helping you stay full and energized, plus good for you minerals like phosphorus and magnesium. Studies have also linked an increased intake of oats, and fiber in general, to reductions in body weight and body fat and lower blood sugar levels. While all of that sounds great, what really happens if you eat oatmeal every day for a month? A former prevention editor tried it and shared what happened. I perfected my oatmeal recipe. It took me about 2 weeks to discover precisely how I liked my oatmeal, and the right combo made all the difference. I landed on sliced banana, cinnamon, a few raisins, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, a bit of vanilla, and a light drizzle of maple syrup. For a while I was mashing my banana and cooking it in with the oats, but I quickly learned that process spelled disaster for the bottoms of my saucepans. Sometimes I'd switch it up with chopped nuts, unsweetened shredded coconut, and cocoa powder or chocolate chips on top, or Nutella swirled in on Friday after a particularly exhausting week. For me, honey or brown sugar instead of maple syrup tasted far too sweet, and milk choice was absolutely crucial. More on that next. On the weekend, I tested some savory variations with shredded sharp cheddar and leftover veggies, but I always fell back on my usual during the week. I embraced whole milk for maximum creaminess. My mom raised me on skim, and now I prefer to stock my fridge with almond milk and save the dairy for baking. But in pursuit of the perfect bowl of oatmeal, one started experimenting with different milks: whole, 2%, coconut, almond, even hemp. Despite all the mixed messages about how good or bad regular milk is for you, I've embraced whole milk as the holy grail of creamy oats. Nothing else compares. Lucky for me, research suggests that people who drink whole milk have a lower body weight and smaller waist circumference than those who don't. I no longer needed a morning snack. My protein-packed breakfast kept me fuller far longer than my usual smoothie or runny egg over veggies. Normally I start hankering for a snack around 10 a.m., but my oatmeal bowls kept me satisfied until closer to noon, and sometimes even longer than that when I hit the gym and pushed lunchtime until 1 p.m. Sure, some days I still needed carrots and hummus earlier on, but I noticed a major difference in the frequency of my morning hunger pangs, especially once I switched to whole milk. I missed my oats when I didn't have them. Full disclosure, I skipped my daily bowl some weekend mornings when one was traveling, out for brunch, or using my new waffle maker instead. While I was happy for a change in taste, I missed the consistency of my new routine and knowing how I was going to feel, like when I'd start to get hungry for lunch or when I would need to take my morning bathroom break. I became a creature of habit, and I loved it. Eating the same meal every morning established a breakfast routine that I didn't have before. I looked forward to sitting down and reading a chapter of a book between peanut buttery bites of oats, which set the tone for my day. Not only that, but I also wanted my oatmeal the same way and got a little grumpy if it didn't turn out as consistent as usual. When I started this oatmeal ritual, a friend asked, "How are you going to survive eating oatmeal day after day?" Now I can honestly say I kind of loved it, and I'll likely eat it most weekday mornings from here on out because it's so inexpensive and easy to prepare. I've often scoffed at people who pack the same lunch all the time, baffled they're not completely bored, but now I can see that there's something to forming a food habit that works for your body. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like and share for more. Thank you.